Good morning, everyone. Welcome to week 13 of the semester. We've put a lot of road under our feet since August, and even though it felt like at times, perhaps like it was dragging on a bit, now that we're this close to the end, everything feels like it's starting to pick up pace. It is for me at least. I'm sure it is for you. I'm sure we're all getting busy. Um, Good luck as you all try to finish up the semester and hashtag finish strong, as the college likes to say. Just a little bit of a preview for what the end of the semester is going to look like. We'll have one more essay assignment, and we will basically use the full 4 weeks remaining in the semester to think about that, write about that, and then draft the essay. We will, during the week of the 9th, which is finals week, have what is called the exit assessment, and it's an item that you may see in the grade book. Um, the exit assessment is a department requirement. It's not something that I do. The department as a whole likes to assess its composition courses for the sake of constantly improving and finding ways to get better and making sure that our students are learning what the course is supposed to teach them. And the way we do that is we have everyone write a paragraph. It's usually not much more than a paragraph, that demonstrates some aspect of the skills learned in the course. For English 1010, that tends to be a paragraph where you make an argument, use a source, provide a works cited page. The specifics of the assignment I am not privy to until just about the time that you are as well. Like I said, this isn't something that I assign and that I have created. This is something that is given to me to administer to you. There will be more about that when the time comes. Basically, since it is a requirement from the department and not something that I would have you do if it were up to me. Essentially, the way that it will impact your grade is that if you complete the exit assessment, you will get full credit for the assessment. If you don't, you won't. And beyond like grading it and nitpicking it and leaving notes and giving feedback, that just won't happen. Just for the sake of full disclosure, what we do with these is we take your name off of it. We put all the essays from English 1010 into a big pile, and then we as a department sit around and grade, and we look at those course outcomes or learning objectives that are listed in the syllabus, and we go, okay, based on this, has the student demonstrated mastery of thing A, thing B, thing C? And then we use that to help guide any potential changes that we make to the course for the next semester. It's all part of our assessment process. So you won't even have your name on your essay. No one will know when they read your paragraph or whatever it is that they have you write. No one will know that it's yours. Nevertheless, I mean, we still want you to do as good a job as possible. And so we will talk about that during finals week, and in the lead up to that, we'll talk a little bit more about that. There will also be a chance for you to fill out a survey about your experience in the course, not just this one, but all your college courses. And in fact, you may have already done this for some of your other courses and may have even taken care of your survey for this class. So I will post links to that when they become available. Now to the last essay. So the last essay is essentially the culmination of everything that we have discussed in the course. This is a little bit of response, this is a little bit of rhetoric, and this is a little bit of research and argument. And so the goal of this assignment will be to craft an argumentative response to some bit of writing that you will be able to choose. This is your chance for everybody who said, Professor Murphy, I can read and write about something as long as I'm interested and feel like it has an impact on my life. And so, well, here's your chance to write an essay about something that you're interested in and that has an impact on your life. To that end, I want you to think about the idea of community, and the idea of a community being a group of people that share something, right? whether that be proximity, because I know we think of community largely in the sense of, the area that we live around, our neighborhood, our city. And that's absolutely a definition of a community, but you can be in a community with people that you don't live near based on things that you share about you. That could be demographics. You could be part of a racial community or a religious community or a community of people over 6 foot, whatever the case may be. You could be in a community based on your hobbies. You could be in a community based on your goals, your work, your occupation, anything that you share with other people, and anything that you invest time, energy, money thinking about counts as a community that you have a stake in. And so in order to pick a topic that really does have relevance to you and not just something that you have an opinion about, I am encouraging you for the brainstorming work this week to think about community and think about all the communities that you belong to. Don't necessarily limit yourself just to demographics and location and a few hobbies. I mean, think about the kinds of things that you seriously involve in your life. And I think some of the examples that I put in the discussion post number 10 this week is, do you have a cell phone? I imagine you do. Do you use social media? Do you vape? Do you wear glasses? Do you have a prosthetic leg? Do you drink coffee? Any of these things have a direct impact on your life. They may seem kind of innocuous and not worth mentioning and uninteresting, but all communities that share something also share concerns, desires, needs. When we talked about Aristotle, one of the things that Aristotle believed about argument is that really what we're trying to do when we argue is just affect our own happiness. We're trying to increase our quality of life and make ourselves as happy as we possibly can. And when there's disagreement about what to do, usually that's a disagreement on what will make us happy, or us trying to defend that which makes us happy or to increase it. And so when you are part of a community and you're arguing on behalf of a community, you're not just arguing on behalf of yourself and your opinions and your positions on things. You're arguing that life can be better, or at the very least should not be made worse through actions, through policies, through ideas, through laws, through mindsets, any number of different things. Therefore, before we even really get to what topic we're going to write on, that's how I know this video is going on long, is when the light turns off on me. Before we even get to talking about what specific article we're going to respond to, I want you to spend this week thinking about community, looking around your life and seeing what it consists of, and trying to mine that for a potential topic. The goal of this essay will be to find an essay that you disagree with, find a article or find a position, find someone saying something that you disagree with, and then coming back at them with a research-based counterargument. And so it will essentially take all the balls that we've been, juggling throughout the semester and give them to us all at once. This is kind of the culmination of what it's been leading up to. Can you engage with an author credibly, thoughtfully, argumentatively, using research and being persuasive? So think about communities. I will say, read the prompt carefully, and in particular, I will tell you to read the prompt where it first of all talks about opposing viewpoints, because if you are completely lost as far as a potential topic, you can go to that database through the library, and it has just a big long list of topics that it has content on. It has more content on some than other things, but you might be able to grease the wheels a little bit of inspiration by going through that list. And then pay particular attention to the part where it says that the only topics that are off limits are those that deal with partisan politics or religion, demonstrably misproven information, or hate speech, basically. Those three things. What do I mean by that? No partisan politics, religion. I don't want any stump speeches. I don't want any sermons, and I don't want topics like abortion or gun control or legal weed or, any of the other just endless, kind of politically minded topics that may not really have an effect on your life as much as you just have an opinion about them and have thoughts. And I'm not interested in that. And I don't want to read those essays. So as far as like no hate speech, I mean, I really don't think I need to say that, but maybe I do these days. And anything where you're arguing that a group of people shouldn't be allowed to anything, really. Less said the better, perhaps, on that. And then no talking about flat Earth, no moon landing conspiracies, no 9/11 conspiracies. I mean, these are things that we've hashed out in the public discourse for a very long time. And we just don't really have anything to say, and I don't really think that those topics can be approached credibly. And again, I don't think those topics are things that actually have an impact on your actual lived day-to-day experience. And if you want to get the most out of this essay, you should try to steer yourself toward a topic where you can actually argue something that might do a little bit of good in your life and the lives of others, because ultimately that's the value in what we've been learning this whole semester. We've been learning how to engage in public discourse and disagree and work towards a solution or a compromise that affects everybody's happiness as well as it can. So taking it first step, think about community, brainstorm on community, look around at the kind of issues that affect those communities, and post some initial just thoughts and brainstorming. You don't have to marry yourself to a topic just yet. But give yourself a couple of topics to choose from, and take a look at the prompt. Be thinking ahead for the next couple of weeks. Reach out to me if you have any questions or have any concerns. Thank you for getting Essay 3 to me. I will turn that around as quickly as possible. And then after that, yes, I will have an announcement about second draft revisions. So that's it for now. Enjoy the rest of your week.